Namaste, my loves, and welcome back to Soul Body Balance TV. Thank you so much for joining me yet again for another video. I hope wherever you are in the world right now, this video finds you extremely well, that you're having a beautiful morning, a beautiful afternoon, evening, whatever time of the day it may be. I hope it's been amazing so far and you've taken the time to find stillness, find gratitude in the day that you're currently watching this in. So today we're gonna have a little bit of fun, I guess. Yoga is always fun, but we're going to be doing a post-workout yoga flow. So I know for me, I used to be really big into bodybuilding, really big into working out. You probably don't know this about me, but I used to be an IFBB bikini pro bodybuilder. So just one of the leagues. So bodybuilding was a really big part of my life, and I definitely wish that I had stretched more often, because I feel like I could have not only been more in tune with my body, but also reaped the benefits from training a lot more if I was more consistent with my stretching and my coming back down into myself after my training. Because something that I found through training and bodybuilding is that sometimes weightlifting can become a really egoic hobby, I guess. And I find that when I stretch, when I do yoga, I kind of humble down and I come back into my body and I just honor my body and respect it and give it some love. Because through weightlifting and that kind of mentality of changing our physical body, sometimes we get a little wrapped up in how we look, and instead of appreciating how we look, we actually turn to the things that we haven't quite achieved with our body yet. So through stretching, through yoga, I think it's a place where we can really come back into our body, and instead of looking at where we're not quite yet, appreciating where we are right now in our journey. So not just through how we're moving in our yoga practice, but also where we're at in our physical journey with weightlifting, where we're at in our journey with our business, or as in our relationships and our friendships, as a mother, as a father. So all of these little things can be applied to our life in general, but for today it's going to be applied to weightlifting and how we're showing up on the mat after we go and we work on our body, on our muscles, and we try to strengthen our muscles. Because remember, weightlifting isn't about changing your physique, but instead honoring your bones and your muscles and trying to strengthen them. That way you can go forth in your life with a strong body, ready and capable of facing whatever comes at you. So that being said, let's get right into it. We're going to begin cross-legged at the back of the mat, closing your eyes, tuning into your breath, noticing the sensations you might be feeling after going through a strenuous weightlifting session, and tuning into where you might be holding any tightness, where you might be holding tension. And with every exhale, I want you to relax that part of your body. So breathing in, expanding. And as you exhale, try to send that breath to wherever you might be holding any tension and just let it go. Tuning into the rhythm of your breath right now. So don't try to force anything. Just tune into your breath and see where you're at right now. See if your heartbeat's still racing from the workout, whether you did cardio or weights, whatever it may be. Check into that, tune into that. Notice how it feels. Notice how every sensation feels within your body. Notice how your heart feels against your chest as it pumps blood. Breathing in and breathing out, relaxing. And we're going to start to slowly control the breath and calm the breath down by doing a little bit of pranayama work here. So it's really easy. It's nothing too crazy. You begin with your palms facing up towards the sky. As you breathe in slowly, I want you to move your hands up. And as you exhale out of your nostrils, you're going to move your hands down with the breath. We're going to do 5 of these. So breathing in, moving your hands up slowly. And as you exhale, coming back down to your knees. Relaxing your shoulders, lengthening up your spine towards the sky. Breathing up. And exhaling down. going at your own pace. Noticing how your body and your mental state starts to change, how your heartbeat starts to change as you calm down your breath. Acknowledging that through the breath you can truthfully control anything that is happening within your heart, within your mind, within your body. So the more we're able to tune into our breath throughout the day, the more in control we'll be of our day, the more in control we'll be of our life. We'll do one more coming up. And exhaling, coming back down to your knees, relaxing your face, breathing in, breathing out, noticing how your breath has changed, how your heart is a little bit calmer, more still, more centered, more focused. Bring your hands to heart center. Now I want you to take the time to thank your body in your own words, in your own mind, in your own heart. Find it within you to acknowledge where you're at in your journey. Giving yourself a big thank you. Acknowledging your efforts, acknowledging your progress, acknowledging the journey, and finding gratitude within it all. Breathing in, reaching your arms up over your head, crossing your thumbs. And as you exhale, you're going to slowly come forward into a child's pose. So knees are wide, toes are touching, glutes come to your heels, walking your hands forward, trying to reach the top of the mat, and relaxing your forehead down onto the mat. Surrendering to your body, to the process, to the journey, knowing that all that matters is showing up and doing the best that you can. Breathing in, feeling your belly expanding onto your thighs, and exhaling, feeling yourself as you relax deeper into your body, into the tension. As you breathe in, start to walk your hands towards the right side, weaving the left arm through, relaxing your right elbow down and relaxing your left ear onto the mat. Breathing in and breathing out. One more deep breath in, sending that breath towards the areas you're feeling tension, creating space. And breathing out. Facing your left hand, walking back to center and walking over to the left side. Same thing, right arm weaves through, relaxing your left shoulder and relaxing your head down onto the mat. Continue breathing here. And slowly walking back to center, forehead to the mat once again. Now gently start walking yourself back to sit onto your heels, tucking your toes, sitting on your heels. Feeling that gentle stretch on the back of your feet. And instead of resisting the feeling, just embrace it. Know that this discomfort is gonna only make you stronger. Right hand is going to come to your left heel. Left hand is going to come onto your right knee, looking back. Nice gentle spinal twist here. And looking over to the left. Switching sides, left hand onto your right heel, right hand onto your left knee, looking back. And looking over your right shoulder. Coming back to center. Keeping that spine nice and long, staying long here, never collapsing. You're gonna bring your hands onto the mat. You're gonna send your heels back to come into Malasana. Also, just a very low squat stance. If you need to widen your heels here, you can do that. You're more than welcome to if that's more comfortable for you. I like to keep them nice and close just because I'm able to do that. If your heels don't quite touch the ground, that is completely fine. That is why you're here, and I promise you that the more that you practice this flow, the closer you will get to touching that mat. So sitting here in a low squat, relaxing your neck, letting your neck droop, your chin to your chest, and your forearms onto the mat, palms facing up. Once again, surrendering to the process, surrendering to the tension. Everything you might be feeling in this moment, just let it go. Know that the more that you focus on something, the more that you resist it, the longer you will feel it and experience it for. So if you can accept it, you will realize that it will just slowly dissipate. Looking forward to the top of the mat, extending your left arm outside of the mat and reaching up with your right hand towards the sky. You can also bring your right hand behind your back to get a deeper stretch and grab onto that right wrist with your left hand to open up your chest just a little bit more. Just make sure that you're keeping that back nice and straight, never collapsing. Breathing in and exhaling, opening up. Hands meet at heart center in prayer. And again, right hand comes out, left hand reaches up. And if you bind it on the other side, do so on this side as well. Left hand grabbing onto right arm, sorry. Looking up. Opening once again and coming back to center. You're going to slowly start to walk forward onto tabletop position. Wrists below your shoulders, knees below your hips. Your toes are tucked. You're going to slowly start to rotate in a circle towards the right. As you breathe in, you're going to come forward, and as you exhale, coming back. Dancing lion here. Closing your eyes and really tuning into your body, into the sensations. Noticing that your body can do so much more than just show up in a weight room and then just flex your muscles. You can also flow. You can feel. Breathing in, coming forward, and exhaling back. Do 2 more here, and then we'll go to the other side. Towards the left. Getting those fluids, synovial fluids, moving down and up your spine. Opening up, breathing in. Find your own rhythm, follow your heart, follow your breath. And back to center. From your core, you're going to slowly start to peel your hips up towards the sky to come into downward facing dog. So hands are either shoulder width or mat width distance. Feet are hip width distance. Your heels extending towards the back of the mat. Your fingers nice and spread. Knuckles pressing into the mat, fingers pressing into the mat. Your shoulders are relaxed, neck is relaxed, and your belly is coming towards your thighs. Start to bend your knees here, walking your dog, opening up your hamstrings. Relaxing. Keep breathing. Stay with it. As you breathe in, lift your right leg up towards the sky and slowly bring it forward to come into a lunge. So coming your right foot right beside your right hand, that left knee down, and inhaling your arms up towards the sky, sinking forward towards that right knee, bringing your left hip forward and your right hip back to ensure that the hips are squared, opening up your arms into a sun salutation here. As you exhale, slowly start to bring your hands back to interlace your fingers and opening up your heart a little bit wider, welcoming these emotions, these sensations, breathing in and breathing out. More breath in Stay with it, you're doing great. And as you exhale, release, hands to the mat. Gently pick up your left knee and start to straighten that right leg to come into half splits. Here you can either keep your right foot onto the mat or you can also bring it onto your heel to get a deeper stretch. Just remember that it's not about forcing the stretch, it's about meeting your body where it's allowing you to go. So you don't want to force into the stretch, you simply want to slowly ease into it. Trust me, the deeper the stretch isn't always better, so don't try to force anything. We don't want to get injured. If you get injured, you're not going to be back in the gym anytime soon, so just honor where you're at. Don't rush it, be patient. Breathing in, opening up your hamstrings. And as you exhale, relaxing, back is nice and straight. One more breath in. And exhale, relaxing. As you breathe in, start to shift forward. Dropping. And from here, you're gonna send that right leg back towards the back of the room. Once again, opening up your hips here, stacking your hips, bending your leg, bringing that right heel towards your left glute. As you exhale, right foot meets left, coming forward into a plank, knees to the mat, chest to the mat, into Ashtangasana, 8-limb pose. As you exhale, toes roll back, pelvis rolls under. You're gonna inhale into Cobra pose. So it's baby cobra, you don't have to go super high up here, just staying nice and low. As you exhale, come back down to the mat, pull yourself back onto your knees into tabletop. Breathing in, and as you exhale, slowly coming back up into downward facing dog. Walking your heels, walking your legs here, bending your knees. Sending that left foot up towards the sky. And as you exhale, you can either walk your foot forward or just gently step into that low lunge. And from here, gently guiding your right knee towards the mat, sinking into that left knee. Bringing your right hip forward, left hip back, and inhaling arms up. And as you exhale, saluting the sun once again, looking up. So keeping that core nice and strong, opening up those arms, that chest, sending your elbows forward, your hands back. And as you exhale, interlacing your fingers once again behind your back, opening up even wider, shining your heart, shining your inner sun, looking up. Breathing in, and as you exhale, releasing down to the mat. Guiding your right knee up, straightening the left leg, and coming forward into half splits. Lifting that heel up if it serves you. Right hip forward, left hip back, squaring those hips. Back is nice and straight, shoulders are tucked away from the ears. Breathing in, and breathing out. Keep breathing here, you're doing great. Exhale, coming forward into a lunge once again. Sending that left foot back towards the sky, opening up your hip, stacking, bending that left leg, left foot towards your right thigh, towards your right glute. And straightening your leg, left foot meets right, forward into a plank. Once again, right knee down, left knee down. And we'll go into a child's pose here. So widening your knees, glutes come to heels, relaxing your forehead. Take 2 breaths here, breathing in, expanding that belly, relaxing. And exhale, letting go of all the stress in your muscles, all the stress in your mind. Breathing in once again. And exhaling to let go. Breathing in, coming back to a tabletop. Hands below your shoulders, knees below your hips. Core is nice and long and you're extending up towards the sky. We'll come back up into a downward facing dog once again. So sending those hips back as you lift your heels towards the back of the mat. Sit bones up towards the sky. I love that I'm not even on the mat. Okay, let me readjust here. All right, so breathing in, right leg up. And as you exhale, you're gonna slowly bring your knee forward towards your forehead, and then right knee towards your right elbow, the top of your foot towards your left hand to come into a lizard here. So once you're here, try to adjust, see what feels best for you in this pose. Keep that navel and your core below your heart as much as you can. You don't wanna be overarching here. So staying in your center, slowly start to walk your hands forward and just see what feels best for you in this pose. I don't want you to hurt yourself, so really listen to your body and take this time to honor where you're at in this pose. If you can, elbows come to the mat, hands come together, and relaxing your forehead down. Your thumbs to your third eye, stimulating that pineal gland. And relaxing here. Through this third eye of intuition, we're able to listen to our inner voice, our intuition, our soul, our gut feeling. So it's good to tune into this, to see what's going on in there. That little voice that always knows what is best for us and is always trying to guide us. So tune into that and listen. Listen to your heart. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in one more time and breathing out. Release your forehead, hands to the mat, and tucking your toes, bring your left knee up and slowly sending that right leg up, back up towards the sky. Right foot meets left, and we'll move on to the other side. So left leg up, bringing that left knee towards your forehead, towards your left elbow and onto the mat. Left foot behind your right hand, gently dropping down that right knee, gently. Sending your pelvis towards the mat, lengthening up your spine, and slowly starting to walk forward, relaxing your elbows if that's available to you. Palms come together in prayer pose, and thumbs again come into your third eye. Closing your eyes, tuning into the sensations, tuning into your thoughts and seeing what's going on here. What are you currently experiencing? The more in tune we become with our inner world, the more we're able to control what we experience and how we experience our outer world. Continue breathing here. Exhaling. Breathing in once again and exhaling. Hands back onto the mat, slowly walking back up, tucking your right toes under, lifting up that right knee and sending yourself back up into a downward facing dog. But first, kicking left leg up, left foot meets right, and back into downward facing dog. Breathing in, ensuring that your alignment is correct here. So sit bones up towards the sky, gently bend in your knees if that's more comfortable for you. I know that for me it's a lot better because I have some knee issues, so having a gentle bend in my knee feels a lot better. Hands are mat width distance or shoulder width distance, and fingers are nice and spread, fingers and knuckles fully grounding into the mat. Now slowly start to walk your feet forward to meet your hands, to ensure that your feet are hip width distance. Just put two fists right in between your feet, and that should be good. So fully grounded into the four corners, relaxing your head, relaxing your shoulders, your hands, crossing your wrist, and just taking a couple breaths here. Walking your legs if necessary, keeping that slight bend in your knees, never hyperextending. Breathing in
and breathing out. As you breathe in, start to slowly unfurl your spine, like every yoga teacher says, vertebrae by vertebrae. And coming up into standing.
Feeling all four corners of your feet grounding into the mat. Take this time to just notice how it feels to stand firmly, fully in your own body. Tucking your pelvis in, engaging your core, rolling your shoulders away from your ears and back into your body, keeping your chin parallel to the floor. Feeling all four corners of your feet, feeling yourself fully grounding and rooted into this earth that's always carrying you, always supporting you. Looking forward, closing your eyes, just tuning into these sensations. The security you feel when you trust that you're being supported. The security you feel when you are fully grounded and rooted, whether it be in your goals, in your vision, in your beliefs, your trust in the universe, God, source. As you breathe in, start to shine your arms up towards the sky, palms together. And as you exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Breathing in, opening up your hands out to the sides. And as you exhale, right hand comes underneath your left, coming into Garudasana, eagle arms. Palms come together, elbows away from your face, keeping that pelvis nice and strong, core nice and strong, pelvis tucked underneath. Breathing in, feeling the sensations in your upper back. And as you exhale, start to slowly bring your elbows down. And then breathing up, arms up towards the sky, looking up. As you exhale, release. And we'll do the other side. So left hand underneath right. Coming into Garudasana, eagle pose. Breathing in, looking up. Extending those arms away from you. As you exhale again, elbows coming to your belly, maintaining that back nice and straight. And as you inhale, bringing arms up towards the sky, looking up. Exhale back to center and release. And as you exhale, hands by your side, once again, feeling yourself fully grounding, fully rooted, fully supported. Relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your neck. Breathing in, arms up and out overhead. And as you exhale, start to paint your hands forward towards the mat as you bend from the hips. Coming forward towards your mat, hands meeting your feet. As you breathe in, lengthen. And as you exhale, relaxing your crown down towards the mat. Breathing in, lengthening once again. And exhaling, crown to the mat. Breathing in, lengthen. Sending your right foot back, left leg back. Right knee down, left knee down. And slowly walking your knees towards your hands, right in between your hands. So this is a tricky pose, but it's beautiful when you're able to get into it. If you're not fully here today, that is completely fine. Just go where your body allows you to go. You can also put a block below you just to support you if you can't quite get your sit bones down towards the mat. So knees are together, your feet are mat width distance. You want to keep your knees nice and grounded here. Your back is nice and straight, and you're going to slowly start to sink down as far as you can go. And if you can, bring your glutes to the mat. That's beautiful. If you can't, like I said, honor where you're at. Use a block, use a blanket, whatever you might have available to you. You can use a book. Got plenty of them here to offer you. And back is straight. Breathing in, feeling the sensations. Like I said, the more you resist it, the more you pay attention to it, the more you will feel it. So just acknowledge it and breathe through it. It's the same thing with emotions, with feelings, with thoughts. The more we put our attention on them, the more they'll persist. So if we're just able to acknowledge them, honor them, see where they're coming from, and then send them some love, some light, breathe through them, the faster we'll be able to release those things that just don't serve us. Keep breathing here. And exhaling, relaxing out your mouth. Breathing in once again. And exhaling. Your next breath in, you're going to slowly start to come back up using your hands. Bring your hands right in front of you, sending your right foot back to come into a runner's lunge. Extending your heel towards the back of the mat, feeling that nice stretch in your calves. And bringing your right knee forward once again, sending your left leg back. Tucking your toes under, sending your heels back, lengthening here, keeping your spine nice and straight. And left knee comes forward once again. Now sending your feet forward, we're going to come into a seated position here. Bringing your heels in to come into a butterfly pose. Baddha Konasana. So as you breathe in, lengthen up your spine, crown towards the sky, arms up. And as you exhale, interlacing your fingers, coming down underneath your feet. Breathing in to lengthen. And as you exhale, start to bring your elbows towards your thighs, keeping your back nice and straight, shoulders relaxed. Just go as far as your body allows you to. Keep breathing here. And as you exhale, coming back up nice and gently. Giving your feet some loving, nice gentle massage as you dig your thumbs into the bottom of your feet and your fingers into the top. Just feeling the sensations, sending your feet some love, acknowledging all the amazing things they do for you every single day. I went for a run this morning and they supported me through my entire run, and it was so beautiful, and I'm so thankful that I have these 2 feet that allow me to do things like that allow me to go walking, that allow me to explore this world, that allow me to walk out of that door so I can go out there and live out my purpose in this world. So thank you, feet, for everything you do. Close your eyes and feel that love that's coming back into your feet, into your body. And as you exhale, just relax your shoulders, come back to center. You're gonna extend your legs here and slowly unfurl your spine to meet the mat. Take a moment here to lay down, relax. As you breathe in, bring your knees towards your chest, hugging them right in, rocking side to side, giving yourself a nice gentle hug, telling yourself thank you for showing up, not just to the gym, not just to this mat, but to this day in general. Taking the time to find one thing that you are proud of yourself for, and one thing that you love about yourself. Since this is a more physical focused practice, well, it can be a physical thing. So for me, what do I love about myself? Let's see. I like my arms. Let's go with arms, I guess. Can't say boobs because they're fake. Is it inappropriate? Okay. Rocking side to side, giving yourself a nice gentle spinal massage here. Relaxing your heels to the mat. As you breathe in, lift your hips towards the sky, scooping your hips towards the right side of the mat, dropping them, bringing your knees towards your chest once again, and falling over to the left side to come into a spinal twist here. So left hand onto your knees are stacked, and your right arm opening up, looking over your right, both shoulder blades fully grounded into the mat. And as you exhale, release that left hand and just relax here, disengage. Opening yourself up to receive, to welcome everything that these next few hours might have in store for you. Bringing your feet back onto the mat, and we'll do the same onto the other side. So hips coming up towards the sky, scooping them over to your left side,
Gently guiding them down towards the mat, knees to your chest and onto your side. Right on. Center. Bringing your knees to your chest once again. Bringing your forehead to your knees, giving yourself a truthful, meaningful, real hug here. Just giving yourself some love, telling yourself how much you love yourself, not just for your physical body, but for everything else there is to you. We're so much more than this body. We have so much greatness within us, so much love, so much compassion, generosity, kindness, peace, so much strength. So acknowledge that. Acknowledge all your inner love, inner talents, your inner light. Relaxing your neck back down to the mat, head back down to the mat, and extending your legs forward. Relaxing your feet, relaxing your hands. And I encourage you guys to lay here for at least 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Just take the time to reflect over anything that I might have said that resonated with you, to reflect on anything that might have came up throughout the practice, any emotions, sensations, tension, feelings that you might have experienced, to just really sit here and sit with that. The more we face our inner world, the easier it'll be to understand everything that we're experiencing outside of ourselves, because like I said earlier, everything begins within us. So take this time to not only acknowledge your progress, but all the efforts that you have made, the things you have overcome. I'll leave you guys with that. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through this practice, through this beautiful process of surrendering to our body, our strength, forgetting about our ego, and really remembering what the purpose of this body is here in this physical material world. So thank you again. I hope you have a beautiful day, and namaste.